Alrighty, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile. Expedition League. Last episode, we just did a bunch of maps, and we can slowly tell that, you know, the damage over time, like the damage of these maps, they're starting to ramp up, and I'm dying a little bit. So hopefully, you know, as I get more gear, more levels, it'll even out. But as I'm getting to higher tier maps, I'm a little concerned that maybe I'm gonna end up dying too much. So far, though, I'm still clearing at a pretty decent clip. I added Molten Shell last episode, just as a way to get a little bit more defenses. So we have, what is this? 75% of damage from hits is taken from the buff before your life or energy. The buff can take damage equal to 20% of your armor, up to a maximum of 10,000. So I have 4,500 armor. Molten Shell lets me like block, I don't know, like 1,000 something damage, which is pretty good. And it activates like once every, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds. Not bad, not bad. So it's a decent defense mechanic. And also, I think Dream mentioned that the sulfur flask is kind of useless. I'm inclined to agree. A granite is probably better, and luckily I happen to have a Lion's Roar in my inventory, which is going to give me some defense, but also some damage. 9% more melee physical damage during effect. So I'm going to try and use it a little bit more. So let's put this away. It already has 12% quality, which is kind of good. And the only question is, do I want to add like some kind of orb on it so it'll trigger? Or maybe even add an enchantment so it can be... It doesn't gain charges during its effect, but it'll improve it. How does Enkindling Orb work? Hold on, I need to look this up. Flasks. Utility flasks. What are like the new orb mods or the enchantments? Does it say? Enkindling Orb, PoE. Did they maybe update the wiki? Okay, Enkindling Orb. I think it just increases its duration. Okay, how much is this thing worth? 3 chaos? Let's just throw an Enkindling Orb onto it and see what it does. Because I actually don't know. Reduce charges used. Gain no charges during flash effect. Increased effect. Okay, we can try that. Okay, someone wants a trade. Where's this item? What's it called? Rift Dash. Alright, so I guess we'll go with this. Increased effect. And gain no charges. And it's probably something I'm just going to use occasionally, which was happening anyways. You know, I was barely using this flask. Alright, let's keep going with some more maps. So I finished all the tier 2s that I have in terms of bonuses. I have a bunch of tier 3s now. Let's start with the Necropolis. And I believe Zana refreshed because they just did her mission, right? Channel, Tropical Island, Pen, Lighthouse, Bone Crypt. So I'll pick these 3 up. And that's probably going to be like a pretty healthy pool that I can work with for the next while. So yeah, let's go into it. Now the question is, where do I put, as I level up, where do I put more stats? Because I don't really have any good places. I should go out and buy like a better cluster jewel, and a game crashed. Okay, thank you. There goes my portal. All right. All right, let's get into it. Oh, one sec. All right. So how much damage do I get actually if I use my Lion's Roar? Well, like a good amount. Okay. Good to know. And it's basically a flask I pretty much just pop when I fight bosses, I think. So I'm not too concerned about like not being able to get flask charges back while I'm fighting. I think I'll be fine. I would love to see the mod pool though. I don't know why I can't see it. I have no idea what like the pool of mods is possible with the enkindling orb. I'm gonna have to take some time and look it up later on. There's a legion here. Okay. The heck, there's nothing here. You know, one thing I actually maybe should do is add a trigger to my mana flask, because I run out of mana often enough. I might want something where like I cast it every 3 or 4 seconds. So maybe it automatically casts every time I use a guard skill. You know, it has 5 charges. Or sorry, I can use it 5 times and it only consumes 8 charges, so it I should be able to use it pretty often. So I might want a trigger where like it casts pretty often. And that way I can kind of fix my mana solution. Unfortunately, I have to stick with using a mana flask because I don't really have a better option without having to invest points into my tree. And I'd rather use the flask because normally I don't use my flask too much anyways, you know. So we're just gonna try and automate that, I think.
My mana is gone.
Yes, I know, I have no mana. Ooh, there's another instilling orb. That's gonna be useful, actually. I want to get a few more of the instilling orbs. I'm probably gonna try to roll the mana flask first with it. Although, the aquamarine needs to be rolled too, so I can remove freeze.
You're alive.
Okay, I can hear Cassia creepily singing in the distance. Let's stay away from her. Alright, Cassia, not right now. Excavated chest. Ooh, additional maps.
Seems risky.
Could be good. Increase pack size. Sure. Increase pack size. Let's do it like this. And like this. And I still have one more detonator. I don't know where to put it. I guess over here.
Time.
I'm just gonna stay away now. Oh god, they're getting tanky. Alright, we got him.
Stay safe.
What? Okay. Yeah, these fights are getting like pretty tough, I think, especially in the maps. I don't know if the mods actually affect, like the map mods affect these guys. I'm assuming they do. It wouldn't make sense if they didn't. But those runic monsters are getting really strong, actually. Okay, so we want minions here, and then we'll just start the encounter. Oh god, the bullying. Just throw him in a locker. You beat him up. This is high school.
The blight is trying to spread.
My mana is gone.
Alright. Blights are pretty chill, actually. It looks like we can handle like these blights for the most part. It seems like we have enough damage for it, which is a bit of a relief. Again, I was convinced, like, you know, I was really worried that, you know, our build was actually garbage. And it was only when I went onto POB, like PoE Ninja, and looked at how many other people were playing Consecrated Path Totems that I felt a bit of like a sense of relief, because there were a number of people who were playing the build. Not an insane amount, but you know, there were some people, which means it can't be that bad, right? Like if people are getting to level 90, 95 with the build, it can't be that bad. In the first like few days at least. So after I saw that, I was like, okay, this is gonna work. And after I like tried it out, obviously I looked at the, you know, it felt pretty good, right? We're gonna have to see how it performs in the later, in like yellow maps and red maps though, because that's when things get, you know, pretty rough. Okay, well, there's another map. Easy enough. Now, unfortunately, I haven't found any upgrades yet. And like I mentioned earlier, you know, we're looking for strength. We're looking for... And pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Like, something with, like, a good strength roll. What was that blueprint?
I cannot do this yet.
Something with a good strength roll and, like... and that's about it. So... But we want to get to something close to like 1200 strength. I have no idea how you're going to do that, to be honest. I think you need more increased percentage strength rolls. It just seems expensive. So to me, it sounds like I'm going to be rolling with two-handed axe for a while until I'm at least level 80 something. That's my guess. We'll have to see though. Do I have enough to buy like these 10 stack decks yet? No. Do I care enough to spend 1100 on 10 stack decks? Maybe not. Let's reroll him.
Shiny coins, aren't they?
Yeah, like I'd much rather... 50 ritual splinters, like that's pretty good, I think. Chaos orbs, yeah, I'd much rather buy chaos orbs. Like here, let's do.
Are you having a go at me?
There. Let's do like this much.
Be reasonable.
This
You're
much.
pushing a bit far, friend.
This much.
Okay.
Or chaos, like that's pretty decent. How much are
What's
these
your
splinters worth though? I haven't really checked. What do you use? The haggler. You use black scythe. Okay, so black scythe. Let's say common artifacts. They are not an alch each. Wait, what's the rate on these things? Okay, let me actually check it properly. Bulk item exchange, expenditure currency, common black scythe against chaos or alch. One chaos is like 80 common. Okay, so definitely we're getting like a good price when we haggle.
Mushrooms.
And then I'm assuming like lesser is even cheaper. So let's try
I
this.
can't go that low.
This.
A
This.
man's got to make a. If we keep this up,
Okay.
it'll offend my
He was not happy about that
I'm
one.
ending this.
How much are the greater
Huh.
greater brand? This is the greater one, right? Bulk item exchange. Greater black scythe against chaos. So one chaos is 45 greater black scythe. And how much are
Don't drink the water.
ritual splinters? Ritual splinters are like 6 chaos for 75. So this is like 4 chaos-ish. And then the splinters were what? I can't believe I'm like doing all this comparison. Greater black scythe. 45 per chaos. So this is like 5 chaos. Oh, that's not worth it then. Oh, but I can bargain it down to like 100.
You're being an ass. You're pushing a bit far. Not happy about
Yeah,
it.
so like 100 100 splinters, which is like 2 chaos for 50 ritual splinters, which is probably a bit more. If you want piercing truth solve, still some mobs. I feel it got much longer. Oh, the Uber Lab?
Don't give up.
Yeah,
I
sure.
cannot do this yet.
Yes, please. Might as well. I haven't picked up any of the Uber Labs. In fact, I haven't picked up my Merciless Lab yet. I haven't done it. Maybe I should. Sweet. Thank you. The key thing with doing these, well, I mean, I'm a marauder, so I'm already pretty tanky, so it's like a lot easier to do. But having Enduring Cry while doing these labs makes it so much easier because you just get free regen, you know? Whereas, like, say, like you're playing a trap or a shadow that doesn't have a lot of regen, kind of sucks. Like, you just can't take all this damage. There we go.
Strongest metal.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Alright, so our gambles. We do a couple of haggles. just as a way to sort of break the pace, you know? We keep doing maps non-stop. You gotta take a break every now and then. And now let's get back into it. Shrine map. Elk it. Nothing scary, so we elk and go. Let's add June into it. Research lab, eh?
My mana is gone.
Now I'll kill you. Make this one last.
Oh, that hurts. Oh my god, he was ghosted, dude. Good morning, Em. You're streaming early today. Yeah, a little bit earlier than usual, just for these couple days.
Friend, I do.
Ashing to research, nice. Just for these couple days because I took a few days off. So tomorrow's my last day.
I cannot do
So
this.
Monday to Wednesday I took off, so I decided, you know what? Let's start streaming a little bit for like, you know, the Europe times. Because normally I stream pretty late. But I thought, you know what, today, since I have the chance, might as well try and get as much like early streaming done as I can. But starting like, you know, Thursday, it's probably gonna go back to being later at night. But actually, I'm going. I think Friday I'm going camping, so I won't. Not Friday. Sorry, Saturday I'm going camping. So I'm gonna be away for a few days anyway. So I thought I would try to get like as much done right now as I can, and farm a couple like, you know, YouTube videos while I'm able to. Otherwise, I won't be able to record for a while. So. Plus, I'm like just straight addicted to the game. I'm having a lot of fun. How about a 24-hour stream? I don't have that kind of stamina. Plus, I would never get permission. there's more to it than that. There's some politics involved. there's some home politics. I would never be able to. But you know, the biggest thing is I don't think I could. I need my sleep. I don't think I've done a 24-hour anything since like since I've been to school, which was, I don't know, it's like over 10 years ago. My son is camping right now in the Sierra Nevadas. Cool. That sounds like a pretty, like, it must be nice right now, actually, right? To be honest, I'm not like a crazy, like, I'm not crazy about camping, you know, especially like, it's not comfortable sleeping, and, you know, you're getting bit by mosquitoes, and food's probably not great. I'm more of like a glamping kind of person. I much prefer like going to a cottage somewhere. But this year, because of COVID, it's been so hard to book anything. So we ended up deciding to do camping instead.
I guess it's time to play it spy.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing friends, but at the end of the day, I'm a lazy bum. I like staying inside, and, you know, I like the idea of a campfire. You know, but I just want to like
My mana is gone.
hang out with friends and drink beers.
I cannot do this yet.
Depends if you go high enough. Elevation, a lot less bugs, just colder. That's not bad, actually. You know, like the places we've been going, it's like deep in the woods, right? But I think the place we're going to this time is actually like a pretty nice campsite. So I'm excited to do some, like, you know, like camping activities. We're gonna go canoeing, you know, like hopefully, you know, go to the beach, stuff like that. And that stuff I'm like down with. It's just sleeping, like being cold and being uncomfortable, like that's not my preferred state. Let's just say. All right, this one, it might be like a pretty tough fight, I think. It's so cramped. Just like a very high chance of them getting to me. And like a lot of the times I need to like freaking stay away. Yeah, there's a beyond mob too. Okay, things are starting to get a little messy. I think we're doing it. I think we did it. Okay, cool.
Stay safe.
Nah, buddy, we need you into exile. Honestly, I'd much rather be playing PoE, but at the same time, I'm trying to maintain a balance, you know? Can't play PoE all day. I realize that. It's always during the league starts, actually, that I'm like, man, I need to work out. I used to play so much, especially like when I was in school. I remember there was this one span of time where we were playing so much PoE, like me and my friends. We used to play it as a group too, which makes it so much more like addicting, right? When there's like a bunch of people all participating in the same thing. But like, I remember just sitting in the same position for so long and playing PoE that when I stood up, like I could feel a stretch in my legs. Because my body was used to my legs being bent while seated, right? Like my muscles had contracted so much that like it was a stretch to just stand up. And at that point I was like, holy crap, I think I played too much. So I don't know, like maybe it was because of those memories. Every time I start playing PoE, that's like when I get the urge to like, or when I start thinking like, man, I need to work out, I'm getting fat, or I'm losing a lot of muscle or whatever.
My mana is gone.
But, you know, that's why I'm trying to maintain a balance now. You know, you work hard, you play hard. You know what I mean? We play PoE for a few hours and then we go do other things. Go on a jog, watch some TV. I've been watching the Olympics, which has been fun. But then I also figured out how to play PoE on my phone. I've been talking about this all day because it's like, this is like magic to me. I realized that you could play PoE over Steam Link, so I've been playing it on my phone. And back? How did your game go, Dream? Did you guys win?
Exile?
Is there a pattern to doing this league? Expedition, placing the bombs? What's the longest you played a game non-stop besides bio break, etc.? Definitely when I was a kid, I played, like, I would play... I've never done 24 hours. Never. Maybe 12 when I was a kid. Recently, probably... Like, these days, I can probably go for, like, 3 or 4 hours before I get tired. Streaming. I think if I'm playing on my own, I can maybe go a little... No, when I play on my own, I take many more breaks. I go walk around and I come back. I AFK a lot. Maybe I'll go do laundry. I think like the longest stream I've ever done is maybe 6 hours, maybe 7. But like at the end of that, I don't know how people do 24 hours. I'm floored. I'm just like absolutely exhausted. Can't do it. Legit never saw anyone, just a duelist diff. Well, those kinds of games happen. Weekend of access and allies with friends. Oh yeah, I've done that. Like a board game night, that will go on all night. Obviously, you know, I haven't had anyone, at least no large parties. You know, no one's come over for a while. But yeah, so say we're doing like a board game night. That would probably be the longest gaming session. Everyone's just, you know, but like you're not just playing games, right? You're like you're socializing. You're having a beer. Like it's not purely gaming. I need like that variety, I think. I can't sit still anymore. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I cannot do this yet.
Okay, temple map. Just slowly getting through this. Reflect 30% elemental damage. I don't have my Merciless Ascendancy, right? I can't do elemental reflect. Yo, let's just go take our Ascendancy. I can't stand it anymore. I might as well. I don't know why I'm just sitting on it. Did you have to refix your item filter drop in game? Like reinstall filter blade or something? For the most part, I'm just like auto syncing never syncs. So I added it like in your PoE profile, you can just subscribe to it, right? And then every time he updates it, this will auto sync. But I think I wanted I forgot what I edited, but I edited the item filter a little bit, so I had to go into filter blade and update it. So I made some small changes. I don't even remember what it was. And in that sense, yeah, I had to re-update it. Like I would pick up the most recent one and then add my changes. Oh wow, I leveled.
My mana is gone.
I don't understand the boots with resistance in Neversink. Why are they that good? Like the two-tone boots, the one with implicit implicit resistance? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah? Well, they just have more resistance than all other boots, right? Like a normal boot versus a two-tone boot, a two-tone would just have more resistance. Atlas base type show in Neversink? Oh, like in terms of why it's highlighted like that? Oh yeah, it's a special base type for the Atlas. That I actually didn't know. But I knew that, like, you know, specific two-tone boots can only drop in certain areas. And I guess Neversink highlighted that. I just never really paid attention to the coloring. But I would say overall, you know, like if I had a choice between normal boots and two-tone boots, I would pick the two-toned. In fact, now I might pick the blessed boots, right? Like the ones that give you chaos resistance. You can probably fill out your elemental resistances pretty easily. That is the wrong way. Which way then? I wish I actually went on to PoE Lab. I didn't bother. Now I'm regretting it. What's over here? Now I'm just curious. I don't need to do this. There's really no need. Hidden coffer. Yeah, there was really no need. There was nothing here. Before I get ready to work Emnix, is there a skill for countering for sword and shield? What Dream said. There are 3 skills actually. Potato is going completely off the rails with his build. Yeah, Riposte is... Yeah, it's probably Reckoning. Did I sell my Twice Enchanted? Did anyone buy it? Oh, someone already bought it, okay. I was gonna use it just now. Yeah, Potatoes is going off the rails. He's gonna try and do counterattacks on a Scion Ranger Deadeye. I don't understand anymore. Anyways, have a good one, Potato. So Potato has 1,000 decks but no passive still? I haven't checked this tree recently, but probably. I don't know how he's getting through the game. He already killed Katava. I don't know how he's doing this. It's like he purposely picks the stuff that just doesn't work. This just out of spite, but there's nobody to spite. That's the thing. The man is just making it hard on himself.
My mana is gone.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. Complex machination to scale.
Okay, I mean, so far so good. These things have been pretty easy. Not much to write home about, really. Wait, did you get one-shotted? Okay. Well, we're super over-leveled, right? We're level 80, this is a level 68 zone, again. I didn't realize that. I should have done Merciless Lab much earlier. This is super easy right now. As long as we don't die in the third phase, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. You are level 80 in Merc Lab. Honestly, I just forgot. And then at some point, I was just too lazy. I'm like, I don't need my 3rd Ascendancy. I didn't want to run Lab. I was too lazy to run Lab. And now we're level 80. It just sort of happened this way. Alrighty. Alright, what's the divine font? Increase volatile dead damage. I suppose it would work on a bone helmet. You know? Okay.
I cannot do this yet.
Finally got our next ascendancy. Totems are immune to fire damage. So now we can do elemental reflect maps and our totems won't kill themselves. That's not the enchant VD wants though? Okay, well, that's unfortunate then. Kind of wasted. Maybe I should have put on my gloves / boots. And I guess the next node I pick up for my Uber, I actually don't know. It's either Valico for endurance charges. More damage if you've lost endurance charge in the past 8 seconds. 15% more damage. So I could like consume endurance charges somehow. Or Tassalio for increased life recovery. Life recovery kind of scales with like the leech. But that's pretty good. And unaffected by ignite is pretty decent too. VD wants consume an additional corpse. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that is definitely wasted. Gotta go say hi to the sun. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day, Christoph. That's actually a great idea. I should probably do that after the next map as well. It was raining, it was looking terrible, but now it's not looking so bad anymore. Maybe it's time I go for a walk after. Alright, last map. Let's see, we got one more tier 3 map. Oh wait, no. Yeah, this is the reflect map. Okay, good. Yeah, so my totem's not dying to reflect is kind of nice, I think.
Come on now, don't go all day.
I cannot do this yet.
Ooh. A lot of remnants in this one. Let's take a look. Runic monsters apply a random hex on hit. That's the first time I've seen that. Runic monsters, 50% chance to drop additional currency. Chests have more currency. That could be good. Quantity of artifacts. Okay, let's start with that. Let's do this. And then this. Additional currency in chests. And then... let me just take some monster stuff. We'll do this. Alright. I forgot where my explosives start though. Okay. Easy enough. And a bunch of artifacts. I'm always happy getting these artifacts, man. You know, It's the one time where I'm like... Well, I still don't like the fact that I'm clicking so much. My impactful clicks. But like, you know, I like getting those kinds of shards. Feels like I'm working towards something. Man, the increased movement speed you get from these ancestral protectors is actually just... It's insane. It's so much attack speed. And as a result, you know, our maneuverability is insane because of Leap Slam.
My mana is gone. I cannot do this yet.
How is there still so much map? The heck? I feel like I cleared a lot of it. And what's with these useless doors? Why is there a door here when you can clearly just walk through this thing? This is like the one map design that I just really don't understand. And I end up seeing the door and clicking it, just out of habit. It's like a giant troll. All right. Okay. Boss killed. Doesn't look like there's too much else in the map. We'll do a quick sweep. There's 17 monsters remaining, which is not many at all. How long did that take? That was like a 6-minute map. That was actually really fast. So it does look like we're speeding up a little bit. I don't know if damage is actually going up. Like, I don't think the Merciless Ascendancy made that much of a difference. 25% area of effect while you have a totem. 25% AoE is pretty decent. It probably makes our war cries really big too, right? Like Infernal Cry is pretty big. Enduring Cry is huge. It's like the whole screen. And then Consecrated Ground, like the totems, you know, their AoEs are pretty decent now as well. I don't know how much the AoE is. Does it say? Is there a miscellaneous thing? Area of effect modifier 107%. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, pretty good. All right, that's pretty much it for these maps. We are now sitting at 20 bonus objectives completed. I think I'm gonna call it right here. It was a pretty good session today. Definitely still need to think about how exactly I'm gonna gear up. Let's finish it with like a couple gambles, I guess. Let's see, what can we gamble on? What can we gamble? I mean, quivers are never that interesting. Hold on. Let's elk this thing too. Ooh, it's actually decent. Two-tone boots with 25% movement speed, fire resistance, life, and then we can add another resistance.
I cannot
That's
do
the trail.
So let's do something like fire and cold. How much fire resistance does this thing have? It has 70% to fire res. It's actually better than my boots, I think. I mean, they have the same amount of movement speed, but this one has insane amount of resistance. So actually, I can think about swapping out these boots now. This isn't actually an upgrade for... That's an upgrade for me. So I'm glad this random alch actually worked out for me. These are decent boots. These are pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. No, but we were gambling. Yeah, let's re-roll this.
I've got a few more.
I wish I had more of these like grand artifacts. I would love to like roll more jewels. Out of these, I guess you can do this. I don't remember having I don't remember the list of unique items, so I'm having a little bit of trouble. Boots could be interesting. No life on this thing, but a huge amount of resistance. Again,
Until next
you can
time.
probably craft another res on it. Let's try lightning and chaos this time. And then you got yourself like a pretty decent amount of resistance. We can try selling that as well.
Hell.
These boots, like the boot crafts have potential. Okay, let's one more of these and we'll try for like a Rog gamble as well. Shield, no, imbued wand. Like the foils and the imbued wands could be good. Unfortunately, they're not that good. Scepter, crystal wand. I think that's it. I don't have that much more currency. All right, let's try out Rog. What does he have? Well, I think I'm gonna re-roll first.
I've always got more.
The Spirit Shield looks pretty good, actually. Dreadmaul, gloves. If there were like special gloves, I might consider it. Let's try this Fossilized Spirit Shield. It has like a good amount of spell damage, but normally you want like a lot of ES. What's like a cool thing to try and roll with? Maybe just gloves? Goliath gauntlets? Let's try that. Sure. Remove 2 modifiers with the lowest modifier levels. That would remove life, so we don't want that. Add a suffix. Probably get... Ooh, we got attack speed. Tier 1 attack speed. That's pretty good. Reroll prefixes 10 times. Hopefully we get a high life value. Tier 8 life. Ugh. But tier 1 physical damage. Okay, add another suffix. Okay. We roll modifier values of prefixes. Let's just skip that. Okay, we can't skip that. Remove all prefixes. I kind of wanna. The life roll is too low.
A small etched rune could have a beneficial effect here.
That's what I got. That's what I got. I got resistance, tier 1 attack speed, and that was a rip. That's a big rip. Okay. I shouldn't have accepted the last one. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, well, you know what? We got pretty lucky with the boot crafts, and unfortunately the raw craft was just kind of garbage. But these 2 boots, I would say, are pretty decent. This one's an upgrade for me. This thing is just like, it's tier 1 attack speed plus resistant. Like, no, there's no way to... Here, I'll sell it for 3 chaos. Maybe someone's interested. I don't know. All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.